In our totally connected world, our online life has pretty much become a mirror of who we are. But as the tech gets smarter, well, the threats to our digital selves get a whole lot more sophisticated. Today, we're going to dive into how you can protect that identity from stuff like hidden tracking, social media risks, and even the rise of AI-powered impersonation. And we're going to start with the one thing about you that you can never, ever change.
This is really where the whole conversation has to begin. Just think about that for a second. You can reset a password, right? You can go get a new driver's license. But your face? That's it. That's with you for your entire life. It is uniquely and permanently you.
And that right there leads to one of the biggest questions of our time. What happens when that permanent, unchangeable part of you gets captured, cataloged, and tracked, a lot of the time, without you even realizing it? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on how all this is happening, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it.
Okay, so first up, we need to get a handle on this invisible web of technology that makes it all possible. This is the how your face, your unique identity, gets turned into nothing more than another piece of data for a spreadsheet.
So the secret sauce here is something called biometric mapping. I know, it sounds super technical, but the idea is actually pretty simple. A system takes a picture of you, measures all the key little points on your face, like the distance between your eyes, the shape of your nose, all that stuff, and it turns those measurements into a unique mathematical formula. It's basically creating a fingerprint, but for your face.
And this is where things get kind of weird. There's this huge disconnect in how we see things. When you post a photo, you see a cherished memory, right? A moment with friends, an expression of who you are. But for a facial recognition system, that same photo is just raw data. It's a mathematical template, a data point to be sorted into a gigantic database and used to find patterns.
And don't think for a second this is some sci-fi future tech. It's already here, woven into our everyday lives, and usually it's disguised as convenience. I mean, every time you unlock your phone with your face, or you let social media automatically tag your friends in a photo, you're using it. It's in the stores where you shop, it's in the public squares you walk through. We're interacting with these systems all the time, often without really stopping to think about the trade-off we're making.
Okay, so that passive tracking is one thing, but that's only part of the story. The technology has evolved, and it's led to a much more active and, frankly, more dangerous threat: AI-powered impersonation. This is where we get to the point where you really can't trust your own eyes.
We're talking about deepfakes, or as the pros call it, synthetic media. So you've got authentic media on one side, that's a real video, a real audio clip, something that actually happened. But then you have synthetic media. This is stuff generated by AI that can convincingly create a video of someone saying or doing things they absolutely never did. It's wild.
And the stakes here are incredibly high. This isn't just about making funny videos for the internet. We're talking about real-world fraud. Deepfake audio has already been used to impersonate CEOs, tricking their employees into wiring away millions of dollars. The financial hit, the damage to a reputation, it can be absolutely devastating. Now, while the tech is getting scarily good, it's not perfect. There are still some little tells, if you know what to look for. Keep an eye out for unnatural movements, like weird blinking patterns, or features that look a little blurry or distorted, especially around the mouth. Then, just listen. Does the speech sound kind of robotic? Is the tone of voice just off for that person? At the end of the day, if your gut is telling you something feels wrong, you should probably trust it. Okay, I know this can all feel pretty overwhelming, but listen, you are not powerless here. So let's pivot. Let's move away from the threats and get into the solutions. Here is a real, practical plan for you to start taking back control of your digital identity.
A solid strategy really just boils down to a simple 4-step cycle. First, you've got to know what's out there. That's the audit and monitor phase. Seriously, just Google yourself. Set up some alerts. Next, you actively shrink that footprint. That's remove. Delete those old accounts you don't use anymore. And finally, you protect what's left by digging into your privacy settings and building a much stronger wall around your data. Audit, monitor, remove, and protect.
So what does that actually look like? Here are some incredibly high-impact things you can do in the next 5 minutes. Go into your Facebook settings and just turn off face recognition. Done. On Instagram and Twitter, lock down who's allowed to tag you in photos.
And yeah, even on a professional site like LinkedIn, you can adjust your profile photo visibility so only your connections can see it. These are all small clicks that make a really big difference.
This is also about being a bit more responsible when we share stuff from now on. So before you post a photo, just run through a quick mental checklist. First, think about the context. Could this picture be used against you somehow? Have you disabled geotagging to strip the location data? And here's a pro tip. Try shrinking the image resolution. Smaller photos are way less useful for training AI systems. And of course, the golden rule. If you're posting a photo of someone else, just ask them first. Get their consent. It's all about building a better online culture.
And finally, none of this really matters if your accounts aren't secure to begin with. This is the foundation. Think of it like a 3-layer defense. Layer 1, your passwords. Use a password manager to create unique, complex ones for every single site. Layer 2, and this is crucial, multi-factor authentication. Turn it on, everywhere. Use an authenticator app if you can. And Layer 3, those security questions. Treat them like extra passwords. Make up fake answers that nobody could ever guess by just looking you up online. So it all comes down to this. Your digital identity is an extension of you. It's just as real and just as important as your physical self. And the only question that's left, the one this whole explainer is really about, is this. Are you the one who's in control of it? Thanks for tuning in.